days like this, you'll never miss. Every hour's eating at your soul. Did someone say they'd save you, then leave you hanging out in the cold? You've tried everything, but hell consumes the night. You've tried everyone, but there's no one else inside. Taking on the world, the moment of me life. Time is running out. Taking on the world, the moment of me life. Where's your hero now? You thought they were brave, but they're running away. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? I see the pain buried in those eyes. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? It's days like this, you swing and miss, while your mind's digging your own hole. Where are the heroes tonight? They've nowhere inside, and it's you against the world. Taking on the world, the moment of me life. Time is running out. Taking on the world, the moment of me life. Where's your hero now? You thought they were brave, but they're running away. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? I see
toasty in this room. I might have to lose the flannel.
Is
If you
someone
got
on
like
fire?
the little inline, yeah.
We
I'm not
are
gonna lie.
live.
Yeah, we are live. I'm already knowing.
You don't have to stop at the flannel.
Careful, Artie.
I'm sorry.
Just saying.
Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with
You've
me.
already won the most heinous thing.
You've already won the
We-
most heinous thing. I
we
don't know.
just started streaming.
The night is young.
The night is young. That's very true.
All right, Clutch, do DM things.
I'm waiting on one of you niggas to do recap things. I've been waiting for one of you niggas to do recap things for 20 minutes.
I started doing recap things, and then Deadeye cut me off and told us to start streaming.
That's right. That's right. That's true. We did forget we do this.
All
Also,
right,
I don't mean to interrupt. My bad. Do we ever get the nigga counter? I just realized I'm already 4 deep. We've been live for 2 minutes.
Okay,
I don't think
so
we got one.
2 as of right
All
now.
right.
As
Okay,
the
so we're
audio's
2
been
deep.
live.
Okay, so we're 2 deep. Got you. With that, Chase.
All right, we started our time at the precincts. Then we moved from said precincts to excuse me, old buddy's house.
Mhm.
We showed up to old buddy's house. We found Artie's character, of whom's name I cannot remember right at this point in time.
Prismius.
Rismius?
Prismius. Like a
Pris-
You
prism?
have to.
Prismius.
Yes, you have to say. You have to sing it every time now.
Yeah, you do.
Kind of like a pimp named Slickback.
Prismius.
Exactly.
We found Prismius. We actively tried to be as big an asshole to him as possible. He was trying to break into his buddy's house, but on good terms because his buddy looked like he was in trouble. And when we went inside, we found him dead as fuck. Prismius was a little butthurt over that.
A little butthurt is crazy, bro. Buddy almost cries. He was a little butthurt.
Nah.
Again, just choking back tears.
Prismius pretty broken up about that. uh, can't remember. Some other shit happened. Didn't like some ethereal shit happen with like his soul? Didn't you, Keijon? Didn't you like give Prismius like a vision or some shit?
Of sorts, yes. Yes, Prismius saw some shit. Put it elegantly.
Then oh yeah, and then there was a perception check. I believe Deadeye heard some footsteps. We caught some people on their way out. Motherfucker had a gun. He had the gat, the gizzity gat, the glizzy, the papa. And he rattled off a couple shots at us, but ultimately it was pretty ineffective. I tried to chase him. It was ultimately ineffective. They had tricked me with a bomb, and then I let everybody know the bomb was there and evacuated.
Yes.
And
Yeah, leaving us to try and get out for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
He
said,
elected
"Bye."
to not defuse the bomb. He said, "A bomb, bye." It was very petty. I'm here for it.
He said, good luck.
Mr. Self-interest, you know what I mean?
I didn't say a good luck. I said I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
But then I remember circling around, came back down, we had a little chat, and then I think we ended the session like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most minor of notes, the body was pulled out of the house before it exploded. Which
Yes.
Prismius grabbed a necklace from our dear friend. Does anyone remember our good friend's name?
Max.
Or little XP?
I was gonna say Matthew, but
Nope, it was Maxwell.
um,
Maxwell Cobblestone. Maxwell Tombstone now, for obvious reasons. But
Wow.
can make fun of him. I made him.
Wow.
You gave him to me and then you took him away and now you're mocking him.
Yeah, I am a cruel and malevolent god. Anyway, yes, Maxwell, our dearly departed, is gone. Prismius has his necklace in which he was given a very loving slideshow of their brief but passionate time together.
Passionate?
Doesn't mean freaky. You can love someone passionately without being balls deep in a Marty. You're just horny.
That's fair.
That's extremely fair.
That is extremely fair.
It felt like it, you know. Chase, for doing our recap and not trying to be balls deep in a dead guy, go ahead and take 175 XP, my good man, as we are well on our way. And then for our accolades from last session, Prismius, because I almost made you cry and I did feel a little bad. And for first of all, for pulling up, everyone take the obligatory 250. Right? And then Prismius, again, because I almost made you cry, take an extra 2. Switch up the hair again, or am I tweaking?
I did.
You did. Went lime green now.
It is. It's really bright in the sun.
Telling you, I really hope no planes are trying to land nearby.
It's wild when the sun hits it, I promise
I
you.
believe
You
it.
have to put on some sunglasses. I did not intend for it to be that green, but here we are. Beetlejuice.
What are we doing again?
Beetlejuice. Um.
Beetlejuice.
Okay, so it was 250 for showing up, and then I got another 200.
Yes,
For
200
crying
for
about stuff?
yes, for not crying. Actually, it's the almost that got you. For the funniest thing, this was subjective rather. I thought it was bold as hell when Alvarez left you niggas to die in a house. That felt really funny. You could take an extra 100, Chase. And then Artie, for really leaning into that backstory that you had for like 5 minutes, by the way. That felt, the connection, I felt it was real. Take an extra 150 for that one.
Do it.
And then Deadeye, for actually being a detective and invested. You tore that house apart. I don't know what the fuck Alvarez was doing. He did investigate the living room. I mean, let me give him some credit. He did investigate the living room a little bit. I want you to take an extra 2 as well. And that should distribute out our stuff pretty nicely. That should bring everyone close to leveling up. I did, I guess, inflate the XP a little bit, kind of as a welcome back and as a debut for Twitch streaming. But with that, yeah.
Should I have started with my XP? Because I just started at whatever level 3, but like...
Yeah, base for 3 is fine.
Okay.
Yes.
And I am not even
I got my
halfway to
XP,
level
a total of 150.
I don't think anyone is halfway except maybe Alvarez, because he had a really funny session once upon a time. He might be the closest to
Once
half.
upon a time.
I am far further
Over
than that.
half.
I am
About
600
3/4?
EXP away.
Okay, yeah.
From level 4.
Yeah, because level 4 is only 27, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
15. I'm like 1,200 away.
Okay.
Should we all be on level 4?
No. We're all level 3.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
now
sorry.
you're good. So we pan in on a group of people in a backyard of a collapsed building. We see as one guy looks off into the sky and chokes back tears. A Birdman fly back into frame.
It's a good day for rain.
We that was heat. Oh, I like that. We have a Deadeye kind of just looking at the building he punched in the fucking soul for no reason. And we have Money staring at the collapsed building as
Oopsie.
well. What are we all doing?
I know that right now, waiting on the cleanup crew to get there.
You're gonna wait here for him.
Lucian's looking in disbelief at the pile of burning wood, destroyed wood, and it's like, wow, it almost got blown up.
Should get some of this evidence back to precincts?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Do we see any of the traces of the bomb left over?
Like the neighbors? Only traces. You said faces. My apologies. Roll me investigation.
Let's hope dice are dicing today.
We're looking for a 17 today from you, Deadeye.
Not for me
A
today.
5.
All right. On a 5, you look around. You don't see like the remnants of any bombs. You can see like roughly where they were, but kind of walking over the top of the rubble, things are shifting beneath your feet. You're kind of trying to keep your balance a little bit. You aren't able to spot anything to take in as evidences. I guess you're good. As leftover things from the bomba, as it were.
I am going to go ahead
I would
and
also
bring
like
out
to
my
roll
actual
investigation
dice
to
on
help
that.
Deadeye.
Yeah, go ahead, Money.
Like
I
said,
got a 17 plus 3, that's 20.
Okay. So on a 20, obviously the one in the basement is buried deep beneath the rubble. You are unable to recover any of that one. However, the one that was on the awning of the building that Avarez spotted that prompted him to run in the first place. Towards the front of the house, you can see where the bomb kind of singed some of the stone and woodwork. There's little bits of the bag everywhere. It's just a really big black like burn mark on a lot of the debris that's been scattered. There's no specific like I guess residue because it was just a bag and black powder.
Okay.
If I mosey on back over to where the front door may have been, can I look in and just see if I can pick up any trace amount of that necromantic magic that Deadeye was talking about? Just if I look
Okay.
real close.
You can roll me or Arcana. Try to pick up on any of that because you do know where it was. However, let me I guess try to repaint the picture. This house has like I hate to use the rebel like twin towered and fallen. Like it's no longer standing. There is no front door. You're walking over a pile of rubble.
Like the London Bridge in that one time.
Yes, this house is caved into its own basement. The upper floors have fallen. Then, right now, you guys are walking on the shingles of the roof.
I guess. I don't know if you'll allow me to do this. Can I send my shadow like in through the cracks and crevices of this rubble and try and search for it and look through my shadow's eyes and see if I can search for any trace of anything in this rubble anywhere.
So, because I've never played Echo Knight, but I have played Rune Master, and you're not quite spells for that are Constitution based. I'm gonna have you roll a con check, try to push your Echo through a space it can't fit.
Okay. The 15.
15. You kind of shove your Echo through a lot of this debris, and you can see it kind of like liquefies, and you don't see through its eyes. You didn't roll high enough, but you can kind of feel, I guess, through it, and you end up your Echo manifests, and it's in the basement. It's cramped for sure. There's like a little space where it can kind of move around, and you're trying to see and maneuver. You don't, I guess, pick up on any of the necrotic magic in particular, but you can kind of see now because it fell into the basement where it was. You can try to roll Arcana to see if you can get anything from there.
Is there a way I can vie for religion?
To vie for religion?
Mm-hmm. Knowing that there was necromantic magics here.
Sure. Why not?
I have to ask because the bonus is higher.
Why not?
21.
21. Yeah, you get the evil vibes from where the book was, but you aren't really in a position to go get it, if that makes sense.
Okay. I release my shadow habit. You see the shadow like just reconstitute behind Avara's again. And he goes, that book I found, it's still down in there, and we can still get it out when the cleanup crew comes through.
Okay. I think I understand why you went down there now. You found where a book belongs. When you pulled that floorboard up, that hole was empty.
Mm.
That's why there was the remnants of necromancy there.
Mm.
The book was left there for a long time. It was gone when you guys arrived. It was the size of what like a large book should be. There was no book in the hole.
When you detected that magic, could you detect what direction it had moved in?
The front door.
The front door.
I'll give him that. Well, I was gonna let Deadeye tell you that, but above table, I was trying to help him out.
For a moment there, it seemed like it was going through the front door. However, I can't tell from there.
Who came to get this kid and why? What did he?
Well, we know we know that the rounds that were fired, I guess. How'd your bow look again? And I turn back towards Artie's character. I can't remember the name. Prism.
Prismius, yeah.
Prismius. Okay.
Yeah, no, these if these were shot from a bow, this is an arrow that I've never seen before. I think it's what those twins had, or those two weirdos.
Well, was there any?
The thing that he fucking shot me with.
Well, I mean, compare what you have on your bow to what is in your friend's chest.
I mean, I did. That's a round hole with burn marks around the edges. An arrow makes a completely different shape and size of puncture wound.
I know, but
It's
Completely.
is yours singed?
I think he means the hole that got put in your bow when it got
Oh,
shot.
the hole that he put in me.
No. He never shot you. Remember that there was a hole in your bow in the handle of it when he shot it out your hand?
Yes, I do remember
That's
that.
the hole he's referring to. He's not talking
You're
about the
right.
hole a bow makes.
You're right. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, no. He had me for a split
uh,
second there too, because I'm like, damn, that's a crazy bar.
he was
Okay.
confusing me.
Yes,
No,
that's what he's talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. So the hole where he shot my bow almost out of my
Yes.
hand, I mean, does that look? It's a different material that this was shot through, wood versus flesh.
Yeah.
But I mean, does it look?
So remember, it's the whole like the cleanness in which it goes through is very similar. The sizing, now that you're I guess really looking, you can roll investigation for.
Mm.
But then the biggest point of note, yeah, the biggest point of note was that your bow didn't look singed around the hole like the wound was. A 9, but I liked your role play of sticking your finger in. You notice that your finger goes a little bit further into the flesh than the bow. Pause. Well, I mean, anyway.
It's kind of hard to tell. I feel like they're similar, but I don't think they're the same.
What's different
well,
about it?
judging by what they had a big. It was like a bag of gunpowder. It was probably small, s- small projectiles moving very fast, fired by gunpowder out of some sort of apparatus.
My only question right now is, why did they say that these should not be in the wrong hands? Has
Well,
somebody else made another type?
look at Max. He's dead and full of holes. Obviously, this is something that should not be in the wrong hands. This is a
I don't know
weapon
if
like I've never
All right.
seen before.
I'm gonna go ahead. Can I see your bow?
Yeah. Yeah.
correct me, Keishon. They said that
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the
he
bow.
had
Look at
debts.
the
He had
look at.
debts that he needed to pay.
That is correct, Chase. Also, while I have a moment, I would like to remind you, Chase, that there was a point you had gone to the precinct between now and then. And you spoke to Charlie at the desk, and he roughly sketched out what one of these would look like. When you went back to the precinct to tell the cleaning crew to come,
Mm-hmm.
you talked to Charlie about what this apparatus was, and he actually gave you a rough estimate on how he thought it worked, and you have that drawing and explanation in your pocket.
I pull it out, unfold it, and I look at it. What is it? What does it actually look like?
Yep. So remember, this one looks more similar to like a World War II era cannon with a like handle on. So obviously it's smaller, and there's like a crude wooden grip on the bottom, and he kind of has little arrows pointing to where gunpowder would go, the barrel, and where the bead would be. But it doesn't look at all like the one you saw in, I don't know if you caught his name, the Pallet Elf's hands. It's just similar enough for you to figure it works the same way, but actually physically the style and design was different.
We did get his name. It was like Victor or Vincent or something.
Vincent, yeah, it was Vincent.
All
I look at
right.
Deadeye and I say, the jackass at the front desk, he gave me this sketch. He said that this would probably be a loose representation of what the the apparatus might look like.
I'm gonna take the drawing I was saying and look at it. So you're meaning to tell me we have something even more deadly than fireball magic on our hands?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Possibly.
Damn.
I'm
It
gonna hand
is.
the photo back, and I'm gonna look at the hole in the bow that's now in my hand, and look at
Mhm.
the wounds on uh Matthew. You said his name was
Maxwell. Yeah, you can roll an investigation as well.
It's
And while I'm here, I realize I said World War II era canon like a dumbass. I meant Civil War. Shame on
Um,
all of you for not correcting me, but my bad.
I got a
Um,
21.
Chip, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, no, thank you. 21. Can you do something for me? On a 21, you firstly the same information Artie gets, Prismius gets, excuse me, that the holes in the bow ever so slightly smaller, and they do not burn the outside of the bow beyond what metal moving at that speed would, as opposed to the flesh, the guy, and you do the same finger in the wound method. No, on investigating the other corpse, you see that the holes are a little bit larger, and they appear to have burnt. That's crazy. They appear to have burns in the like on the flesh, as if incendiary rounds. You know. Oh, we're all going for that bonus XP. That's crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
I think everyone just, you know.
The power
Uh,
So the weapon we were that was fired at us is definitely not the same as the weapon that killed him.
which makes sense.
So that means that the people that just tried to take us out aren't as much of a threat right now, because all they did was take your bow out.
I don't think that's true. I think they're every bit as much of a threat. I think that they are choosing
did
not to
you-
be aggressive.
Mind you this, didn't you have your bow knocked?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. They chose
And
not
all
to
they
shoot
chose
me
to do
dead,
is shoot your bow.
but all they have to do is choose to shoot us, and they become a threat. So
that just
right now, maybe they aren't an immediate
means they're all that more
problem,
accurate.
but
And
Above
also,
table clock.
Vincent, he told me to my face that they didn't kill Max, that Max was already dead when they got here. So,
and
I
then
mean, I
meaning
believed him
at the
then,
same
and
time, not to get in the wrong hands. These should never be in the wrong hands, meaning something has happened where it has gotten into the wrong hands.
I don't
yeah,
want to interrupt the role play. I just don't want to forget. Money, you're about to say above the table and ask the question.
Yeah, above the table. Is a thing that I rolled a 21 on. Is that excuse me, a 21. Is that important?
Yeah, that was how you found that kind of residue up front where one of the bombs went off.
Okay. So they
Yeah.
know about that, right? Or do I have to disclose it to them?
You would probably want to disclose that at some point during this
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
I mean, Vincent seemed surprised that there was somebody else that had one of these. I think he said something to the effect of that they were the only ones that were supposed to have them.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but I found one of their bombs that was mostly still I think intact. We could probably trace the residue to something in the database if it's there.
Pick rock. Excuse me.
Um, uh, the cleanup crew is gonna come through and do all that.
Should we pocket anything before they get here?
I would say
Just-
so.
I'd say just this card. I mean, this is just what we know them as now. Is
Well, I don't know who these people were.
I don't either, but I think we can trust them.
I
only so much though. I mean,
Sure.
if they really wanted to, they could have just downright killed you
And they didn't.
for having your bow knocked. It's
And-
defensive. It would have been defensive on their end because they were drawn on first.
Right, but they didn't. And that means something.
The only
Not
question
They're
saying
is,
that we
probably holding.
was
get in bed
the
with them.
the only question that still remains is, was the bombs planted by them or were they planted by somebody else?
I think it was by them. There was they put an illusion over the bomb before it went off.
What if their illusions were just that, illusions that they just put on top of the house just to catch somebody off guard, not even realizing it was there?
They
That's
would
my only
have to put
I
in
don't
some
know.
extra
It seems
effort to do
it
that.
seems
What would the
unlikely to
cause
me.
be?
Say again? Money?
It,
What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying, if they went all through the trouble just to put an illusion, they must be hiding something, or why would they go through all the trouble about it?
well, I mean, they did say he owes. So I mean,
He owes them, but we should probably figure out what he owes them to make them go to this extent, or
Right,
for
which is
someone
why
to
I got
other
his
to kill
body
him.
out of there so that we can speak with the
Yeah.
dead. Somebody talked about doing that. One of you can do that,
Come on.
right?
The police captain, he can speak with the dead.
Okay, well then we need to get
yeah,
in
but
there.
I believe that it's is it in this time we knew that he's able to speak with the dead, or was that last session?
No. That's like a general, like, most people know that's a trick the captain has. People who work for the precinct. Yeah.
um,
The only question is, how long has he been dead though?
hey Sean, does the name Vincent mean anything to me?
Roll me history. Do so at disadvantage. And to answer your question, Deadeye, because you rolled a 21, I'm gonna give you this body has been dead for less than a day. If only because you came here shortly after meeting him earlier.
Vincent, how strong are you?
It doesn't look
Oh,
that
Vincent's
he
not
knows
here.
how long it's been dead.
Or not Vincent? Chase's character,
As far as
Avaris.
um
How strong are you?
uh barely. Why?
Take the body, lash it to you, and go to the precinct. Yeah, out of everybody, you're the only one able to fly and get
Yeah.
there.
Alvarez will walk over and he'll it's the most balanced way to carry a body is in bridle. Just the easiest way to do it balanced. So I guess he picks them up, holds them, and picks off. But as he does that, he's thinking in his head, I rolled a 19 and a 16 at disadvantage. So that's 16.
Also, on A16, the name Vincent. You've heard it? You can't place like where from, if it's even the same Vincent. You know that like a longish time ago, back when you were closer with your brother, he had brought the name up once upon a time. You're trying to kind of remember for what reason, what the situation was, but you've heard him use it. You don't think he was in a great mood when he did. That feels fair on a 16.
Can I, if I'm like dashing the whole way, can I follow Alvarez?
Oh, Var, yeah. Just on the street. You arrive a few
I
minutes
probably know
after.
where the precinct is, whatever. I don't want to miss the speak with Dad. I want to be there. when it
Yes,
happens.
that is totally fair. Are you a class that lets you dash twice in an action?
I don't
Like action,
think-
bonus action?
I mean, I'm a ranger. I don't think that I have
I don't
anything.
believe
I think
so.
I can just do regular dashing.
Okay, so 60?
Well, I'm carrying somebody, so I'm at half movement.
Yes.
So
So
you
your
can
dashes are
probably
30,
keep
but
up.
I'm also, you're moving unobstructed. He's following streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta weave through. I
Yes.
feel like we're probably about the same.
Yeah, you guys will arrive roughly at the same time.
He's not super massive.
Yeah. It's got some size to it, but no, it's not huge.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Damn.
she was being nice. So, a few minutes go by while they truck it back to the station. Deadeye, Money, what are you two doing? Is that
Waiting
fading
for
in
the
the
cleanup
background?
crew to get here, so I can release the scene to them.
All right, and Money.
I'm keeping an eye on the bomb fragments so they don't just magically disappear on me.
Okay. I will say the first thing that happened, Avar, as you're flying over, you actually spot the cleanup crew kind of making their way in that direction. Prismus, you kind of sprint right past them. There's a brief conversation where they ask why you're running. Hey, what's the hurry?
I don't want to miss it.
What? And they kind of turn as you keep booking
He
it.
just keeps going.
You hear as you sprint by. Should we do something? He seems suspicious. He's just sprinting through town in a cloak.
Yeah.
You hear another officer as you sprint by here. If the race ends in Ling, they did something. I don't make the rules. And they keep trotting through. They elect not to turn around and pursue. They are just a cleanup crew.
That's wild.
They arrive at the crime scene.
Wild.
Fantasy racism is a very real thing.
Yeah, I've just never heard that one before, but I guess
You're welcome.
it's better than somebody. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, I'm just saying, changeling, tiefling,
It's true.
halfling.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
true.
I'll make the rules.
Damn. You're right. God.
Anyway, I'm glad I could introduce some new bigotry to your vocabulary.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're very
Make sure I
welcome.
use that one well.
Thank you. Yes, they arrive at the actual scene first, and the first one to step up is everyone's new favorite bigot, and he goes, "So what happened here?" To Deadeye. That's to Money. She'd be the first one they saw. She's at the front.
Yeah.
Front of the house with
Well,
a bomb.
well, we were checking out a lead on a suspect. Turns out he was dead dead before we got here. And then we met some people who were here before us, right? And they blew up the house.
Well, shit. And
With us
they look.
inside. We luckily escaped.
Well, that's good. That's good. We don't need any more dead officers.
No,
So,
we don't.
yeah. I guess we'll get to. And he like snaps, does a spin with his finger, and you see people begin to start bagging evidence. They're dropping them into bags of holding with like the colored drawstrings, blues, greens, reds, and they're all using gloves. Some of them are even using telekinesis to do this. Careful not to leave any extra DNA or fingerprints on them. Eventually, the same guy does come over and address Deadeye, and he goes, "So a bomb, huh?"
Black powder bomb.
Mm. No, that's not an easy material to come by these days, especially not here.
Yeah, and the fact that somebody is made it into a weapon now. A bigger weapon than just a bomb.
You know, and I know this is technically overstepping. I am just part of the cleanup crew, but if I were to try to find black powder, I would do so maybe back in the old mines. You know, back the caves collapsed, and no one's really gone in or out since. But I do believe most of the materials used for that excavation are up on the hill now behind the gates. So if anyone had black powder or the tools for that, probably be those guys. Not that they're very keen on sharing.
Well, all I know is we about got put into that mess right there. You guys find anything that could be of use? Whether it be
Mm. Oh, okay. I
even
wasn't
the
sure if you were done.
littlest thing.
I mean, the boys are still working. As he kind of like he'll sidestep and stand next to you, so you're both facing the people as you see them kind of whistle while they work, and some of them are hunched over picking up some of these heavier pieces of debris. Some again using telekinesis, but they're working harder than you would expect for a cleanup crew. I guess you've never really sat down and watched one of these. It's not an easy a job as you may have thought it was.
Got
And
a lot of respect for your boys.
yeah, well, I'm glad someone does. Anyway, we just got here, so I haven't found anything yet. I'll of course bag it all, get it to evidence, and I'll have what's the boy at the desk name? I'll have the halfling get you up to date.
All right. If you see anything that could be useful, try to have somebody do a good sketch if you can't move it.
Sure. I'm assuming this
And
house had a basement, right?
yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I
try to
wasn't
get
able
down
to.
there and see what we can find.
I wasn't able to get down there, but there was somebody who was just recently here that took off with damn, I keep forgetting Cody's
Alvarez is
names.
Chase's character.
Alvarez
Written.
on foot.
Chase and Artie.
Alvarez was on in the air flying.
Wait, so you had a potential suspect and you let him go?
Potential suspect was with us when this all happened.
Hmm.
Got stuck in the
They
place
also
with us.
Huh. What do you look like?
Hooded figure. Probably went past y'all on your way
Pale
here.
skin, big black horns.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew he was up to something. We'll get him.
I don't think he's got any bad
What
issues.
the fuck?
At least not right now.
Hey,
Did you
what
question
the
him?
fuck, buddy?
Yeah, we did for quite a bit because this is his friend's house.
Hmm. You know,
Knew where
statistically
everything
speaking,
was.
when someone gets hurt, and especially when a house comes crumbling down, it's usually a spouse, and if not, family member, and if not, a friend. So, that guy was a
Oh,
family member or a friend, statistically, could have been him.
yeah. Why do you think
Hmm.
we're keeping him close?
Sounds like you let him run and just trusted he'd go to the precinct, no?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna go to the precinct because we got his friend.
Sure, sure. So, hoping that he didn't do it and will go to the precinct like he says, you're the cop. I'm just a cleanup guy. But when I was on duty and I saw one of those doing something this shady, put him in cuffs and brought him in. Should know better. And he walks away. He walks away and begins kind of just barking orders at the cleanup crew. While this is happening, um, Alvarez, who has impeccable timing,
I'm gonna go ahead and have my character actually sit and watch the cleanup crew.
Okay.
Just kind of see how they work.
um, roll me insight. Did I? Money, you may as well roll insight if you're curious as to how it is they're working, unless you have something else you're gonna do.
I'm gonna just roll insight.
Okay. And while this is all happening, the first person,
That
money,
is
looks at
17.
a 25. Uh, so
And a 25.
we
17
will
and a
come
25.
right back. I'm gonna pin these down really quick. 17, 25. All right. Well, while this is all happening, the Avares, the
Mhm.
Birdman, you
Birdman.
land at the front of the precinct, and as soon as you do, someone like gets the doors for you. They see your hands are full. You are able to walk in. The first person to greet you is Rashad, and he does so non-verbally. You walk in, you see him. He gives you a quizzical look and a nod, kind of understanding.
Where's the captain?
He again non-verbally just tilts his head up towards the top of the bullpen. But before you can move, back up to where his office is. But before you can move, Charlie runs up to you and he goes, "Oh, is this the body?
Yeah, this is
The
the
guy that
kid.
died." Here, and he like moves the stuff on his desk. Just put him down. And he like will climb onto. He's got one of those like secretary's desks. So the outside is high and the inside is low, where you would normally see like a computer monitor. He climbs onto the lower bracket, the interior of the desk, and begins examining the holes. He takes like a pen and he kind of shoves them in. He pulls the pen out, looks at it.
This guy has been raped in every hole but the right one so many times today.
Remember when we were monetized, guys? That was a good game.
He has been touched in every hole.
That was a good time.
Wow, that was.
Double down.
I'm glad I have this set to where it's 18 years older.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think the alarming part is the use of the phrase "but the right one," insinuating that there is a correct one.
Really?
There's certainly better ones.
That's the part that's kind of got me like, huh? You know what I mean?
There's
Anyway,
certainly better ones.
Okay.
pushing through
You
the
stop talking now.
yes, I'm gonna say pushing
It's called
past
the use of a bullet wound.
the code. Okay, pushing past the blatant nods at the good old essays. No one's writing the paper today, so buddy takes the pen out of the bullet hole. Someone laughed at my really bad pun, which I appreciate, and he goes, "Is this the machine you were talking about? The drawing I gave you? Did this do that? Or did that do this? More accurately, huh? That is just so incredible. Why didn't I think of this? I guess you could get the captain and ask him what exactly it was, how it functioned, what happened to him. I know you get the whole 5 questions thing with him. This is so what? Yeah, go get him.
It's small, high caliber. Or I guess there's no. I don't have a term for high caliber in my head.
Larger projectile.
Small metal ball projectiles fired via gunpowder out of a something like this big.
Yeah, out of a tube. I don't know what to call it. A bomb beady? I don't know. It explodes and it shoots.
Ooh, a beady
Oh, no.
bomb. Bum
Beady
beady beady bum.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Bob.
I just know
And
it's
a hand
incredible.
cannon.
Yeah. Oh, a hand cannon. I like
And
that.
that's good.
I like that a lot.
All right, I'm gonna.
You know, Avares, you're smarter than you let on. And he nods and goes, "Yeah, you should get the captain."
Use my brain sometimes.
Hmm.
I turn and I go get the captain. Go
Oh.
up the steps and.
I totally forgot. Do you want an apple? As you kind of walk up the stairs.
I don't. I only eat meat.
Strange.
Predatory bird diet.
Sure.
Turns and walks up the steps.
You walk up the stairs. You get to the office. You knock on the door, and the door opens. You see the captain's kind of writing something at his desk, and he goes, "What do you want, Avares?"
We have a body we brought in that we need you to talk to.
Yeah, bring it down to the morgue, and I'll be there shortly.
Got it.
Right as you turn and walk out, Prismius, whose name I almost forgot, is contagious. Prismius, you,
Yes.
Deadeye's gonna have a stroke. This is the single funniest thing to ever happen. Oh, awesome. So yeah.
I was here for that.
What did you say to that?
I said I was here for that.
No. Observe the camera layout. You're gonna have a stroke.
Oh, my goodness.
I've been watching you fix it.
Let me guess. I already turned the camera back on, didn't she?
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
With that,
Prismius shows up.
Prismius walks into the precinct.
Gets
People
arrested immediately.
look at him. No, he's not getting arrested immediately. People look at him with a mixture of confused looks. Prismius, you see a familiar-ish looking Yankee look at you, like immediately, like he goes over to this desk, starts flipping through. He looks at the paper, looks at you, looks back at the paper. What in the hell? He walks over, picture in hand, and it is an incredible drawing of you, Prismius. He goes, I'm not trying to be funny, but this you? He points to the picture.
I mean, it's not me. Look, I'm not here for that though. I'm working with those. Shit. What's his name? The bird.
Right.
With him,
You
he's got
are
my friend, the
here
corpse.
working with the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, we don't even know what your name is. You are so wanted. You do know, like, and he starts like reading off things on the sheet. He goes, breaking and entering several times, petty larceny. Like you have a
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And
And
I'm helping the cops. Can you please? He's got my friend. They're gonna talk to him. I'd like to be there.
yeah, I would like to talk to you too, though. Is this the problem we have?
Can it wait?
Because we've been looking for you and your friend Matt. Can it wait, motherfucker? You are under arrest. You do realize this? Can it wait?
Can it wait? I didn't hear a yes or a no.
You see him reach back to his belt, and he
Do I know this
goes,
person?
"Yeah, this is Rashad."
Oh, it's Rashad? I thought he was. I don't know why. I didn't think he was a Githyanki. I thought he was something else.
Yes.
Hey,
I go.
Bird Brain! Can you
I
help
go.
me out?
Rashad, I look. I didn't know that they had all that going on, but
A
they
record.
are aiding in the investigation currently.
Wait. So just so I'm clear, you want me to ignore the grocery list of crimes he's committed, so he can talk
I'm
to his
saying
dead
ignore
friend?
it.
The
I'm
face is
saying ignore
laundry
it for
list.
10 minutes,
Tell you what,
and then we'll bring him right back to you.
and he does put the cuffs on you unless you resist.
What the fuck?
What the
He
fuck?
just
Yeah,
told you to leave me alone.
no, he said that you'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and so
So
I need to wear these?
yes, in case between now and 10 minutes from now you decide to make a grand escape again. Vares,
You're a fucking asshole, and you look weird without a nose. Did I miss
good
it? Am I
without a
too late?
nose.
Has he talked to Max already?
No, I
Okay, let's
gotta
go.
take him down to the morgue. We gotta take him down to the morgue, and then the captain will talk to him.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Let's get a. Can we get the body on a stretcher so I don't have to carry him?
Do you want to drag me along like a dog on a leash?
No, just go with
I'm
him.
not into it.
And you see Rashad snaps his fingers, and two guys come over to you, Avares, and one kind of grabs the guy's ankles, and the other one says, "We can get her from here. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool.
We're just going to the
Get him
morgue.
down to the morgue.
Yeah, no problem."
Yeah.
They begin just kind of walking towards the morgue, holding his arms and legs, kind of trying to distribute the weight. As you guys are walking, Prismius, you hear a voice in the back of your head. It's a simple message cantrip, and it says, plenty of the guys around here beat much less hardened criminals for much less, just for looking like you. I'm trying to lead by example. Don't make it more difficult than it is. there's no room for you to respond mentally. He immediately severs the connection as he says that.
Just out loud under his breath, Prismius mutters, "Bite my snowy white ass."
I respect the hustle. You guys go through the morgue immediately. Let's then touch your nose. I need con saves from everyone. DC's only 10. This is your first time. Well, this might be Prismius' first time here, but you guys have smelled dead people before. Just a lot of it in one space.
Avarez remembers that he has his Bloodhound amulet on.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
And rolls an 8.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Prismius, what did you get?
18.
Yeah. You go down here and funny enough, it smells not too dissimilar from home.
Yeah, this is
No,
normal.
so
I live in
it's
the
yeah.
States.
No. You're home before now.
Oh, it stinks like that place.
Yeah. Not nearly as bad, but the smell it reminds you, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have your Bloodhound amulet on. You walk in here, immediately start to get dizzy.
I just go. Ugh.
And
What?
then
Can't
a
handle it?
familiar changeling walks up to oh shit, familiar halfling, excuse me, walks up to you and he's like, oh, here, and he doesn't say anything beyond after here. He just reaches up and something like hits your nose. It's aroma. It's above table. What am I thinking of? Like ammonia immediately hits your nose. You can't smell anything else. You think your nose is bleeding. It has this weird effect where you think you have a nosebleed, but you don't.
Oh,
The
you mean
smell is
He's got like
gone.
the
the
weird.
doctors who?
He's got the
Oh,
weird like top of the beak bird nose too. So
Yeah,
it's like, it's just
and you just
I was
there's
gonna
this.
say,
Go ahead, money.
What's up?
I was gonna say doctors put like Vaseline or peppermint rubs,
Mhm.
oils on their mask when they're dealing with like disgusting stuff.
Oh yeah, I have a thing of mint oil myself, but yeah, he hits you with this like ammonia smell, and like immediately, like your vision kind of like refocuses. You're like here, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be down here without one of these. You not needing one is kind of alarming.
I
And he looks, yeah, he looks at Prismius, and there's like this quizzical look on his face. And he goes, "You're from out of town, aren't you?
I mean, what gave it away?
You smell funny. Not like I don't want to say not bad because it's not great, but I didn't mean like it as an insult. You
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to shower in what day is
oh no,
it?
don't worry about it." And he like touches you, and you feel prestidigitized.
Mm.
And he's like, it's not like a must. I can fix that. The captain will be here in a minute. But
Yeah, I know what I smell like. Can we please not announce it to the entire universe?
sure.
Thank you.
If you want to mask that from everyone else, I can help.
No, most people just don't like make weird comments on my stink.
No. Like a regular like body odor stink is one thing. That's something Avarez can smell. He's tuned his nose to like smell someone's cologne from a mile away or whatever. I'm talking about the smell of where you're from. That's
Yeah.
some yes, okay. That's not something you prestidigitize off. Also not something everyone smells. So you should be fine. If you need help masking,
Do you
I'm your
think it's
guy.
gonna be a problem? Do you think there's gonna be?
I think very few people, I don't mean to sound arrogant when I say this, are as perceptive as me or have as much free time to observe everyone as I do. But I do think that anyone curious enough to inspect you that closely may react differently when they find out where you're from. So just bear that in mind.
All right. I mean, okay. What can you do for me?
Let's talk later. The captain's almost here, and I've got It's apple o'clock.
I got you.
You want one?
Hmm.
They're really good.
Yes, please.
What?
I'll bring one back.
What is in those apples?
No. So I really like apples. There's nothing special in them. I grow them myself. Actually, I have a little spot at on Kurt Rock's little farm. I grow my own apples there. He actually uses them in his apple pies, which is crazy because he doesn't use anyone else's ingredients ever.
Do you drink a lot of coffee?
No, I do not do caffeine at all. Actually, it's really bad for me.
You just. I'm sorry if this is rude, but you talk so fast. It feels like your brain is just moving at a different pace than everybody else.
I think it's just you.
Again, this isn't meant to be rude, but I think it is.
Yeah, I can understand them, her, him. What am I looking at?
Whatever you call me, I've been called worse. I am too busy to have a preference, really. I can go either way.
All right. Good to know.
But I do have a schlong left drafting.
What?
I am the proud owner of a penis.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, you should be.
Watch it. We are on stream.
Well, I said
It's a
peen. Don't
medical
worry
term.
about it. Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
He does walk out of the.
worse things have been said tonight.
That's also incredibly true. He leaves. Him and his penis leave the room.
I like that. Which
And
this takes another like couple seconds extra, right? Because he walks backwards out of the room.
It's a moonwalk.
Anyway, the captain arrives. I hate it here. I
like
love it
that
here.
one. We'll keep
Captain
that.
arrives, and we go back to we go back to the crime scene, and they are, I don't want to say just about done, but they're making headway. A lot of the rubble's been cleared. Deadeye on a 17 on insight, my good man. You see, he's not a captain. He just behaves like one. He is barking orders. He has them moving relatively efficiently, though. He's not just screaming nonsense. It's as if he knows what he's doing. You don't know if these people are just new and they need this much direction, or if in spite of their knowing what to do, he enjoys hearing the sound of his own voice. You can't really discern that, but they do what he says and progress is made. It's efficient. He's not the most polite, but maybe he's just old and stubborn. Money on a 25 on insight. That's, no pun intended, where the money is. On a 25, you can tell that this guy has had this team for some time. They could do this without him. In spite of that, he is micromanaging. He's saying things out loud, screaming all the time, but almost as if every time he stops and takes a breath, he speaks to someone telepathically. You only see this because you'll see him look over at someone, maybe even point at them ever so slightly, and then they will stiffen, and then they'll do something slightly differently, whether it be something as petty as lift with your legs, and you'll see them exaggeratingly squat to lift something heavier. Things of this nature. This guy is... It very much seems like almost indentured servitude that you're watching. Again, efficient. They're cleaning this crime scene up incredibly fast. But this is very much a do what I say or else situation they're in.
Is there any out above table? Is there anything money can do about that, or are they not at high enough position?
I mean, like, just from like a job standpoint, no, you can't just like fire this motherfucker. You could tell him, hey, that's fucked up, and see what happens, but he probably throw something at you.
Money will just kind of just let them do their job, but they will admire the fact that they're efficient, but kind of condemn the fact that they're servitude.
They are like paid employees. They aren't actually slaves.
Okay.
They just
At least
look like it.
if they're paid
Yeah.
a decent wage, money can look the other way.
They're a cleanup crew. They are paid to do this. It's just the way he barks orders makes it look as though they are indentured servants, but they are very much on payroll.
So Money's basically gonna ignore that, and admire the fact that they're so effectiveness. Only if she was like that with her apartment.
Right?
Amen.
Money probably lives in the barracks. She's lazy.
Yeah.
Most officers do. So, with that, knowing this information, do either of you do anything, say anything, ponder anything? As I drop everything like it's hot.
Money. Okay. Money would basically just turn to Deadeye's character and is like, "This wasn't a very eventful. Do you think we'll catch the guys that did this?"
There's no telling. It's just waiting for what turns up from all this.
Yeah.
Really, all we gotta
I,
go
re-
on now is right now this card until
Yeah.
Ivar is.
I really, I really hope the bomb fragments turn up something. I'm pretty sure it's like really hard to make a bomb nowadays.
You're talking about the
It
flute,
is.
right?
Yeah, the one that was taped to the house, side the house. It was covered with an illusion.
Hmm. Oh, we'll find
Black
out
powder
soon.
can't be that hard to trace.
There's only one place that has black powder, at least at this point in time,
Yeah,
that we know of, and that's the old mines that
yeah.
caved in. Which,
Maybe we should check them out.
yeah, maybe you're right. But first, we need
If
to know
we
what we're
find,
walking into if we go down there.
yeah. Better be prepared than go in blind.
So,
So maybe we,
I think I'm gonna, as soon as we get back to the precinct, we'll walk back with these guys. But as soon as we get back to the
yeah,
precinct, I'm gonna see if our little friend at the evidence counter or front desk, one who likes apples a lot, see if he knows anything about the old mines, or if he has any documents about the old mines.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever met the little guy. I'm very excited to meet him.
All
He's
right,
very
and we pan.
talkative, and if he asks you if you want an apple, take it. They're very good.
I will.
And you can go ahead and pan back now.
Yep, we pan back to the morgue. We're in the basement. Charlie comes back, with a little brown bag. He takes an apple out and he tosses it up to Prismius, who kind of has to like try to catch it with their hands cuffed. You take a bite if you do, and it's magnificent. It is got like that crisp, like slightly bitter taste you're used to of an apple, followed by just immediate sweetness, almost honey-like.
Mm.
It is objectively one of the best apples you've ever had. Actually, with your background, it is the best apple you've ever had.
Anybody that's like watching him eat this apple will see that every time he like pulls his lips away from his teeth, he's got like shark teeth. Every single tooth in his mouth is just
It's just pointed right. Okay,
razor sharp little chompers. He's just slicing through the apple like it's nothing. Hot knife through butter.
Ivar
there you
doesn't
go.
have teeth.
This is this is a really good apple. Did you grow this?
Yeah, yeah. I grew the tree and everything myself.
You ought to sell these. Cover 'em in candy. Kids will eat that shit right up.
Oh, a very good friend of mine says that we're artists without commission. We're very good at what we do, but we don't do it.
So broke artists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always thought it was a
you
weird
should
turn of phrase.
you should really
It
figure it out. Little market stall.
it sounds so much more poetic when he says it. I don't know. You have to meet Kurt's great people. I love Kurt Rock.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be dead by the end of the day, you know, for all my
No,
horrific crimes.
funny enough, Rashad's big on the not killing people thing.
Oh, good.
Which I mean,
Great.
you'd think with just like his demeanor, he's really big on the killing people thing.
I would think it'd be the same.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Anyway, yeah,
No.
I will say the odds of you surviving this encounter very high, unless you like have a sudden inexplicable heart attack, which you seem healthy, right?
Close.
Yeah. Now your odds of like incarceration, from what I hear, pretty high too. You seem to be like an actual terrible person, but I promised you an apple, so I gave you one.
I mean, you're astute. Your insight has
Mhm.
not betrayed you,
Right?
at least in the short time that I've known you. You should hold on to that. That'll save your life one of these days.
Maybe. He kind of just gestures as the captain arrives. He's like, "All right, we've all done this before, right?
Mhm.
Simple. 5 questions. Please make them relevant. Once the 5 questions are over, we're gonna bury him."
I just want one question, if that's okay.
Take the first question, Prismius.
I do my best to leave myself out of the line of questioning, as reanimating a corpse is a lot of work in and of itself. And he puts his hand on his chest, and really quick, can I just know what languages everyone speaks?
Common, infernal, undercommon.
Okay.
Common,
Celestial,
infernal,
common, and common sign language.
common, infernal, and abyssal.
All right.
Me and him are not
Um.
there, so we can't
Yes.
participate in this.
I will say good on everyone for taking Infernal. This one is going to be Abyssal that he speaks. If you speak Infernal, think of it like Spanish and English is the best way I'd always describe it. There are conjugates, there are things you pick up on. You speak the language, you get the whole thing. So Prismius, you get something about life, questions, and being laid to rest. Chase, what he actually says is, come back and tell us what you knew in life, and may your information help us lay you to rest. It is what he says every time. You may not have been here when he's done this before, but this is how this is, I guess, the prayer he says every time he casts this. And a jolt goes from his chest down his shoulder through his arm and into the corpse, and it pulses up from the torso. It almost looks like his clavicle is gonna rip out of his body for a moment, and then it falls back flat. And his hand opens up at his side and holds up a firm 5. And he says, "Ask away."
Prismius.
I can go last. It's okay. Let's get the important stuff out of the way. We might end up needing all of them.
Remind me again about the table. Do they have to be yes or no?
No.
Okay, that's divination.
No, it can be pretty much anything.
You can ask me
Um,
things. The answers usually aren't super long-winded.
Um,
And he only knows what he knew.
Correct.
what did Vincent want with you?
He came. And he stops. He goes, Vincent. It's with a question mark. It's a very open-ended.
He doesn't know
I
who
don't.
Vincent is.
I don't know who that is. And you see his thumb insert to his palm, and he holds up a 4.
Do we want to go with the
Who
done it? Yeah.
took the book in the floor?
If I had to guess, it was the one who shot me. Before you ask, no, I don't know who shot me. Dick. This is very on character for like the Maxwell as you knew him.
Mhm.
Yeah. um. What was the book about?
I couldn't read it. It wouldn't let me. And he holds up
3, right?
a 3. Yeah.
Where'd you get it, maybe? The book?
That's an official question. I just heard where'd you get it maybe, so it felt like it was more to
Yeah,
the
that was me.
room.
That was me kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah,
Like,
that felt like Prismius to the room and not to the corpse.
that was already to the room more than anything.
It was already to the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Who? Where did you get the book?
And it's weird. The corpse. Its muscles don't really function outside of this spell. However, in the silence, the seemingly deafening silence you experience, you can tell that this corpse, if it even makes sense, isn't thought. It was a gift from a friend for a friend.
Who were the friends, maybe? Name the friends.
And
He
he
said it
holds up.
was from a friend for a friend.
Yep, that's what he says.
Maybe we should ask who those friends were.
This is a quick above the table one. Speak with the dead does not force the corpse to tell the truth.
No, but he wouldn't be necessarily inclined to lie to me, would he? Maybe.
Not this far. I will give you all that. I'm not going to make you insight check the corpse.
Got two
But
left.
when they throw up a cryptic answer, usually it's intentionally withholding information. But no, they did not outright lie to you because they don't want to. But some things they're willing to die with. That being said, you can still feel free to ask. I just feel obligated.
Yeah.
From what I remember in this person's house, he didn't have any like arcane artifact. There was nothing like he didn't look like he had any like attachments to like anything super arcane or super religious or?
There was the stuff that we found in the basement that was weird. The markings on
That
the wall.
you found in the basement.
Yeah.
No, aside from that, you didn't find anything on his person that screamed magic. Already you've seen him cast a spell or two, but nothing high level.
We should ask. We should ask about the stuff that I found. It was markings on the walls and something in the middle of the floor, wasn't it? Like a circle. Can I take the last two?
If you have questions that you think are important and pertinent, then yes, you may.
Yeah, so I'll ask first, what was going on in your basement? What were you doing in your basement? Yeah, what were you doing in the basement?
I wasn't in the basement. No, I'm kidding.
Jazz.
That is grimy. No, I merely did what the book asked. It was a door, I suppose. A door to its home, to your home. There is a very exasperated chomp into an apple from behind you all. And oh shit.
Is there like a check I can make on that to discern what that means?
Do you know where tieflings come from?
You can roll me history. I will not give you disadvantage. Your DC is 1,000,000,000. Oh. Should you pull
Can
a
I
20 out of your ass, I will give you something.
can I use that inspiration you totally gave me?
I will let you have inspiration, even though I'll let you have inspiration for the recap. That feels fair. Let me know what you roll, and I will give you something. Your DC for any real meat and potatoes, as it were, is gonna I am gonna need a crit from you.
19.
19 after modifier. It's after the dust settles. 19.
With a +0, yes, 19.
Oh, okay, damn. Yes. So on a 19, you were flirting with it. On a 19, your history will tell you, one, most tieflings are from or have some sort of tie to the large city of Infernus. Right? It is a city deeply rooted in history. It also is going to, funny enough, be known for its just magic circles to other towns. It's a big tourist attraction. It's going to have plenty of ins and outs. That is what you're guessing this thing's talking about. With a little bit of racial profiling, it all makes sense.
And the final question that he's going to ask is, is there anyone out there that you would like us to find and contact and notify that you're gone?
Prismius. Only Prismius. You see the corpse. Smiles. Even though its eyes are closed, even its eyes. Not like eyelids curve into a smile, but like its eyes seem to adjust, and you see a sense of contentment. And says, "No. Ah, no one who I want to know I'm dead doesn't know I'm dead. If I'm important to them, they'll find out soon enough, right?"
Okay.
Its hand is up in a fist. Its arm drops, and you guys feel something will leave the room. Seemingly, there's a colder air, and Prismius, it's weird to describe because it's not words written in the air, but you don't hear it, you see it. You see "thank you."
We'll give a little touch his forehead and leave.
All right, I'm getting
Oh,
out of here. It smells like shit.
both
Yes, I
hands because I'm
will.
still cuffed. He
I
can't go
will
far.
take
But
my leave as well. And yeah, I see him bite into the apple again. And yeah, I should have asked about the debt, right? Gimmick. I should have asked about the debt, right? I think something should have came up.
yeah, there's probably a lot of things we could have asked, but
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think
It was
he
very.
wanted. Well, we did. He asked what Vincent wanted with him, and he was like, "Who's Vincent?"
Yeah, but it sounds like this Vincent guy might have been a debt collector for someone else.
Oh, okay. So we could have worded it differently.
No, granted.
That's okay.
No, it's fine. I'm sure you guys will figure it out from there. I'm gonna get out of here because you're right. It does not smell great. Uh, I wonder if Rashad doesn't do these. The guy doesn't have a nose. It'd be so much more convenient for him to work down here. And you see him take another sniff of that rock he put up under Chase's nose, or under Varez's nose, excuse me. And they begin to trot up the stairs. He goes back behind his desk, starts writing a bunch of stuff down frantically. And as soon as you guys come out of this, out from downstairs, Rashad approaches. And so, did your friend tell you anything?
Um, well, we know he wasn't involved with the Vincent guy that was at the actual scene of the crime. Because he didn't know who Vincent was. He said he didn't know who killed him. He
Vincent.
said that
He didn't know anything.
yeah, he basically just didn't know anything.
That name, it sounds, it feels familiar.
I know, right?
Yeah, because it's a common ass name. I've known 100,000 Vincents.
Yes, but of those, never mind.
He's the worst.
Maybe. You're right. Vincent is not the most rare name in the world.
I mean, if they're assassins or debt collectors or both, they're probably not using their real names.
Also true.
But they are very distinct in appearance. They have weapons that most people will have never seen before. They will make an impression if they are seen by someone. Someone will remember them.
And you see he's like, while you're saying that, he's holding a rock up to his ear. Well, I'll be damned.
What?
No, it looks like they found your guy.
Vincent?
Yeah, weird hat, blue shirt, two strange pieces of steel, one on either hip,
Yeah,
No,
brown leathers. That doesn't sound like him.
does
that
it?
was
I can't remember what he was
that
wearing.
sounded like him, right?
Fuzzy. Yes, that does sound exactly like him.
Yeah.
Does it? Oh, he's by
Yes.
himself? Is there a woman with him?
And you see him talking to. Is there a woman with him? Uh, what'd she look like? He's looking to you guys as he asked that.
Like him with tits.
Huh. Like a sister. He's at a. He looks like he's playing cards. There's a bunch of people there. None of them look like him with
Where?
tits, as you put it.
Where?
Please, the only bar and lounge in town.
Avara just takes off.
I'm shit. Can somebody please?
Tell
Avara's
you
is
what.
already
Oh,
gone.
well, yeah.
And Rashad walks up to you and he holds his crystal up to the one that makes the handcuffs and they pop open. He says, "You seem like decent people. You are going to respond for your crimes eventually, but right now you seem helpful to a much bigger case. So call it a work release for now."
Yeah, sure, whatever. Am I free to go?
You are free to go and shockingly ungrateful for what I just did. Have fun.
Thank you very much. He like shouts over his shoulder as he is fucking off.
Fucking children. You know, sometimes, it's not often. I get why you guys just kill him. Yeah. You guys bolt out of the door, and the cleaning crew is just about done with the first floor, but there is a lot of rubble here. The guy's still barking, and he takes a swig from a strange looking container. Looks more like a trophy with a lid than a regular water skin. And he turns and he goes, "You guys are still here?"
Yeah, Alvarez has got everything handled so far. Just wanted to be here, be the first to know of anything that pops up.
Suit yourselves, but we do have.
Well, it's
Yeah,
also
there's
like
a,
this. We already know that they tried to get rid of this house once.
right?
Who says they're not going to come back and try to, like, fully take care of anything that's here?
There. There are a lot of us, but if you insist on hanging out and watching, feel free. The guys are just about on their lunch break though, so pretty soon you're gonna be watching us eat.
While
Which,
this
if
conversation
that's
is happening, Deadeye, you hear a little from your pocket, and you feel a stone vibrate in your pocket.
like a
Got
singing tone.
mail.
You've got mail.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
And if you were to pull it out and listen to it, you would hear, "Making my way to Lucky's Tavern. We've got Vincent cased out. He's playing cards at Lucky's. Body didn't have a lot of information, was seemed like a pawn."
Right. Well, it looks like I'll be back later.
Yeah, no problem. You guys can all take 30. Well, we'll pick this up in a little bit.
Money, come on. Lucky's Tavern, let's go. I'm whisper
Ooh,
into
Lucky's.
Sending Stone. Do not enter until we're all there.
Okay.
Oh man, now I want
Got
some.
it.
Lucky's has great fucking food.
Hear you loud and clear.
I packed a lunch. I shouldn't spend any more money. Saving.
I'm look over towards the person who's been acting like a captain.
Mhm.
Don't leave the site unattended. We don't want to
No,
lose anything we have.
we all bring lunch for that reason. We're gonna be here. I say 30 minutes. We'll be right back to excavating. We done this
I know.
before, man.
I
Okay.
know. I just I shit's just
You
getting
seem
weird.
close to this. That's fine. I get it.
Shit's getting weird, and they're coming up with different shit.
Hmm.
Shit that
All
can
right.
put all of us in danger. And I won't book it.
Okay. Yeah. With that, you guys make your way back to Lucky's as well. Alvarez, you are the first to arrive, followed shortly after by kind of out of breath Prismius. They've been running a lot in the last few minutes. Priz, can I
When
have a con save from you?
when I get there, is there like a police presence there?
No.
No, not at all.
Not outside. Do you go in?
No, I wait just outside the front door for Deadeye and just for everybody to show up. Are there front windows on Lucky's Tavern?
Yeah.
Can I look? Can I just peek inside and see if I can clock him?
It's bustling, and the window doesn't give you like a full view of everything in. It's not like it's straight into the large opening. It's more of like a foyer area, and you don't spot them.
Okay. Yeah, no, I stand and I wait patiently, just arms crossed outside the front door.
Prismius, what did we roll?
13.
13. You just beat it. You dodge your point of exhaustion here. Ooh, cat.
Awesome. Yeah, he's definitely breathing heavy. I'm gonna piss him off.
And the next to arrive shortly thereafter are Deadeye
Speaking
and
of
Bunny.
cats, mine just fell off the table. Yeah,
They okay?
I heard my name.
You guys arrive
Yeah, everything's okay.
at
Is it in there?
Lucky's shortly after. You guys are all together.
Did you
Deadeye
see him
told
in
me to
there?
wait. Not through the front windows. Can't clock him through the front windows.
Well, fucking wait for what? He's gonna get away. I'm going in.
Prismius, you go in just before uh Deadeye and Money arrive. Then you walk in and there's bustle. I mean, it's the late lunchtime rush. It's always a rush here.
Yeah.
People are sitting at the bar. People are up dancing on the dance floor. Of course, you've almost certainly been here before. You are a low-level criminal in this city. This is the biggest bar in town. If for
Right.
nothing else, you've picked pockets here.
Sure.
You see this large, from your end, a mirror, but you've been on the other side of enough one-way glass to know what it looks like.
Mhm.
Up above, and they're just people sitting playing cards, and all around there are these people in matching black and gold outfits posted around that you can assume are security here.
I
Yeah.
wanna.
I think he's just making his way through, weaving through the crowd as quickly and
Yeah.
nimbly as he can, looking for this fucking
I
guy.
Roll me perception.
send. I send my shadow to overlap with Prismius's shadow. Prismius starts walking around and looks like his shadow has wings. And I look through the perception, basically of Prismius as he walks through the like floor here. I don't want Vincent to see me.
Okay. Roll me another con check. Because again, it's not quite how echoes work, but I like it enough to allow it if the dice do.
I have a little theme that I'm playing around with my my echo for Alvarez.
Yeah, oh, he's
To 17.
17, you beat your 15, just like that. Your echo blends into the shadow, and it's got these like lightish purplish eyes. As I'm picking up what you're throwing down here, the echo kind of shifts again through Prismius, and you're looking up from the floor, kind of like around, and you have this weird angle. Prismius, what did you roll on your perception check?
11.
11. It takes you a while, but he's not exactly hiding. He's sitting at a table playing cards with one of the security guards. Funny enough, it's another Yankee, and you clock him right as Deadeye and Money arrive. I'll let to go outside really quick first to see what they're doing.
Where's Prismius?
I think they're inside. I think they went inside without us.
Alvarez will just be standing like just inside, like in the foyer area that's cut off from the rest. And he's like just like this on his head, just focused.
You stay at the front door.
Ma-
I'll go see if I can find a back door.
Got it, boss. Money will do like a little, like a little soldier salute, like they do in the military.
All
And
right.
then I'm gonna
And
sit there. As I'm walking away, or well, as I'm sprinting away.
around the outside of the building?
Yeah, around the outside of the building,
Okay.
not trying to get seen by Vincent on the inside.
Okay. There aren't very many windows. Roll me stealth. It's a super low DC. Looking for not a 1, basically.
19.
Oh yeah, marvelous. You are nowhere near seen. You sprint around, get to the back of the building. You don't find like a set of like, I guess, exit back doors. You do find 2 large double doors protruding from like angled from the ground. It's a cellar. It's doors into a cellar. You find those, and those are chained off from the outside.
Me looking back, around back here. Besides the cellar, do I see like any other way to escape out of this place?
You've seen a few windows that could be some open, some would have to be broken to get out, but no like casual door.
All right. I'm gonna go and continue around the building to get back up front. Now that I know this place is blocked off.
All right. You come back up front, presumably updating the cohorts as to what's going on, and we go right back into the building. While he's running around the building, Prismius, you've got a few minutes. What are you doing?
Okay, so he's sitting at a table. He's playing cards.
Cards. There are about 4 people at the table with him, a total of a 5-person game.
Oh, and they're all sitting at the table around the table
Playing cards, yep.
cards.
Big round table.
Um, What game does it look like they're playing? Can I tell?
What's your passive perception?
Hey, it's 14.
Some weird version of Hold'em.
Okay. Um. You said, was there a guard with him? A cop or something?
Yeah, one of them, not a cop, some security here. They're
Oh,
wearing the
one of the.
same black and gold, yeah. Bouncer
Oh,
here.
okay. God, how do I want to? I'm just gonna like as soon as I get my eyes on him, I kind of straighten up a little bit, kind of approach calmly, kind of smooth, kind of sidle up between two of the other people that are sitting there, and just sort of lean in. Hi, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I need to borrow this one for just a few minutes. Who's winning?
Hmm. Uh, Everyone kind of looks over at you like, what the fuck? And the one in black and gold is the first to speak up, and he goes, "This fuck, unfortunately, can tell if he's cheating or talented." And he points over to Vincent. And Vincent goes, "Guess we'll never know." And he looks up at you. Looks down at his hand. Goes, "You don't mind if I finish this round, do you? Feeling pretty good." And he puts his cards face down on the table rather than
Can
push them
I
in.
can I sneak a peek at one or two of the hands of the people on the side of the table that I'm on?
Yeah, for sure. On a 14, you see pocket twos, and then you see ace and a 7 in the other one. In
I don't know
the
what
pot, so
anything.
this
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm guessing neither one of those are very good.
pocket twos is not bad. It's not great. It gets a lot better when you realize in the center there is a 2, a 7, and a 9, all of different suits. Guy's got 3 of a kind. So he's one of them has a pretty good hand.
Can I? You know what? I'm trying to get on this guy's good side, Vincent's good side. Um, can I like try to like slyly like do a little, like indicate to him a little bit, maybe what this guy's hand is anyway, kind of help him cheat a little bit.
Uh, you kind of look at him and you try to give all the nonverbal signals that this guy's got a pretty good hand, and he just smiles. Goes, "I'm feeling lucky." And pause as he looks up at the door at the one-way glass.
Sure. I got a minute.
Yeah. The
Thanks so
hand
much.
the hand plays out. An ace is revealed, and another 9 is revealed. People put their cards out. 3 of a kind twos. Jadare, excuse me, the Yankee, whose name you don't know yet, shows pocket 9s. He's feeling really good until Vincent drops 2 aces in his hand. Clears the table, takes everyone's money, and goes, "It was a pleasure, but looks like I've got to run."
At this point in
Scoops chips
time,
into a bag, and yeah, go ahead.
the shadow moves. I drop out of. I can still command the shadow to move when I'm not in its perception, but I drop out of the perception of it, grab the stone out of my pocket, and just say, "Move." Um, and the shadow gets up. Both of the sides come around. Oop, I just punched some shit. Both the sides come around his neck, and they just are right there around his throat, and I hold him,
Uh,
try and hold him there.
Relax. It's a figure of speech. I'm not running anywhere. Not from you. Not from the people outside. But I do suggest you put those away before he gets upset. And he
was
nudges
coming
over
willingly.
to Jadare, and you see him stand, and he goes, "You can't kill him before I win my money back. Also, you can't fight in here. It's my thing."
Well,
Well,
he's not in the perception of the thing right now, so he
No
can't
thoughts
speak
head
it.
empty.
Yeah.
In that case, what is Avarez the body, like the actual Avarez,
He's
doing?
moving around the corner into the room.
Uh,
He doesn't have his actual sides out yet. He's just hand on it, moving into the room.
as you kind of
Going
sprint
ham
through
on
this
that shit.
crowd, you feel your echo dissipate, and you see Jadare, who you've met, Vincent, and Prismius, who I almost called promiscuous, which doesn't feel that far off,
No, it doesn't.
standing kind of in this triangle. Uh, Vincent kind of rubs his neck and goes, "Thanks for that." Well, what'd you learn?
Sorry. Can we? What the fuck? Can we go somewhere? Not here.
Let me show you something. And he looks away from you, and he says very loudly, "Gods aren't real. Everything you live is a lie, and everything's one large illusion made by Molino, whatever the trickster guy's name is. And no one bats an eye." And he goes, unless you're talking about gold, no one in here is listening."
Okay. Did all the people playing get up and leave, or are they still sitting there?
They have begun to push their chairs and walk away after collecting their own chips.
Okay.
You're like, nah, this shit ain't it.
I believe you that you didn't kill.
You believe the
Max.
illusion thing? Oh,
No, that
say
you.
I was joking.
But what I don't understand is if nobody has these weapons except you, and is she with you, your friend, whatever? Who else could possibly have access?
Well, that's what we're here to find out. But again, did you learn anything?
I mean, not really. There was fuck, I swear to God, if this bites me in the ass, I will. There was a book. The
Okay.
person that killed Max took it. I don't know what was in it. He couldn't read it.
Hmm.
But whatever it was, it's important enough to kill for it. So any idea? A book in a strange language? Sound like anything?
I'll concede the young lady you met is the more studious between the two of us. But old text written in a language that he couldn't read sounds cursed, quite frankly, to me.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, Max could barely read common, but
Hmm.
I don't know. This is. It feels like something between that and what we found in the basement.
Would found in the basement.
Yeah, you guys were coming up from the basement.
That
You didn't
wasn't the
see it?
question. What did you find in the basement?
I mean, it was markings, and it was what was in the middle of the room. There was something.
Magic circle that had
Circle.
been
Right. It
desecrated.
was a magic circle, and I don't know, some kind of runes or markings, writing that I couldn't read it either.
Mhm. At this point, I would like to remind everyone above table, Vincent and his twin sister both have heterochromia. Vincent's left eye,
Smash.
well, you're facing him, so it's on your right side, but it's his left eye is a brown, and his right eye on your left side is a very shiny silver. And runes in a magic circle.
I have silver eyes too, don't I? Isn't that a thing? Something? Do I know?
No, you
Anything
have
about
no
that?
idea
Okay.
what
Yeah.
what
I
this
mean,
might mean.
you were you were down there. I saw you coming up out of the basement. You know what I saw down there, unless you took something.
No, any of your friends make it into the basement yet?
It was me and one other person did too, didn't they? Or was it just me?
Just you.
Fuck me. No, it was me.
Well, once they dig that place up, should have them give it a once over and tell them what you see. Let them tell you what they see. See how much overlap you get.
Vincent, this enigmatic, mysterious thing, it's cute. It really is. But if you know something, please.
Truth of the matter is, when they first told me, I didn't believe it either. It's something, ironically enough, you have to see. I have no clue, quite frankly, what those runes are, what they did. I don't even know what the book was or what it did. I didn't know there was a book there. What I do know is that, at least I'm willing to bet, you saw some weird things happen to that corpse, didn't you?
Yeah,
Friends see it?
I don't think so.
Good news is you're not crazy. Bad news, you might be pretty soon. Thursday? And he stiffens his posture, straightens his posture rather, excuse me, and begins to trot towards the bar.
What? What is that? I'll trot along after him. What does that mean? What do you know? So do you need money for information? What do you want? I'll get it to you. Anything you need or want. Please. He was my only. Please. It's just really important.
Listen, I get it. I do. I've lost many a loved one myself. Uh, he taps the bar and he slides a black chip that he won playing cards across the bar. You see this Goliath pour him an electric blue drink into a glass, and Vince holds up a second finger. He pours up a second one, and he slides one down the bar just about a foot to you, and downs his.
Oak.
Um, cool blue Gatorade, alcohol, cool blue Gatorade, Glacier Freeze Gatorade rather, excuse me. Um, how do I put this? Your friend, it sounds like, was meddling in things that he didn't quite understand, and while I would love to explain it to you again, Quite frankly, I don't understand either. I may sound like a cryptic asshole, but truthfully, it's just me masking how little I know. Now, Regalia, on the other hand, may be of more assistance. Oh. The elf, she kind of looks like me, but titties and not quite as good looking.
What was the name?
My worst
Regalia?
half. Regalia.
Regalia.
She's tinkering upstairs. As always.
Then we need to talk to her.
No. Not at the moment. She's very passionate about her work. I would say we give her a minute. She should be done in a few minutes, actually. In the meantime, you can tell your friends to come on over and we'll compare notes.
All right, just they don't trust you, so cops, they're jumpy. Just
Yeah, that's why we're doing this in a public place. So if things get froggy,
I
I'll be the first one to jump.
yeah, I don't know if public is necessarily something that's gonna turn them off from starting shit, you know what I mean? But
Yes, well,
yeah. I'll whistle for okay, everybody's inside, right? Or are they still outside?
to my knowledge, everyone's come in. Varez was right with you guys a moment ago. I'm not sure if he actually
I
walked
was
with you.
told to stay outside, so I didn't go in. So
All right,
Me and Money are still outside at the moment.
watching the door. Perfect.
I
watching the door.
would have I moved towards them, saw them having a conversation, sort of stopped and waited. So when I saw them moving towards the bar, I would have pulled the stone again and said that he was moving towards the bar. And then as soon as the whistle happens, I guess I just start moving towards the bar, just through the crowd, just pushing through people. And as soon as I get up next to him,
Like stand
I just look.
Come on.
As you're moving towards the bar and I hear they're moving towards the bar, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna stay at the door. Just in case.
I move up.
Sorry, Chase.
You're good. Go ahead.
Money was gonna go in to see what was happening, just to peek inside the door.
Oh yeah, so
Uh,
you kind of peek in. There's a lot of people again dancing. There's still other card games going on. There's security everywhere, and you see some of your friends and familiar guy in a strange hat sitting at a bar. His hat is now actually notably on the bar as he drinks. His frizzy white hat hair all over the place.
As I move up next to him, I kind of look over, give him a once over, and I pull a coin out of my pocket and I slide it down across the bar. And as I take my hand off of it, it's got a logo of an emblem of a Black Widow spider on it. And I say, "What does that mean to you?"
Means you look just like your brother. He slides it back down the bar.
Do look a lot like
Hopefully
my
you're not
brother.
as mad at me.
I hope not.
What, do you two know each other?
No. His brother and I used to have a business relationship. And then I shot him in the leg.
You're the one that
Did he
did that.
deserve it?
Huh? Yes, I did do that, but sorry, prisoners.
Did he deserve it?
I thought so. His brother's a rich asshole.
Yeah, definitely can't fault you for
The
that.
whole family's rich assholes.
Oh.
Do Is there anybody watching this conversation?
Not of perception.
Not of perception.
Yeah, perception.
I put the stone back away. I shoved it in my pocket to make sure that it doesn't hear anything, and I say, all these officers,
No. What's your perception? Roll perception.
oh, roll my perception.
Yes. Yeah.
Shit. Natural 20.
Oh wow! Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, Eagle Eye.
No. Because he needed a 20, and I didn't have faith in him. There are two people watching this conversation. Obviously, aside from the three of you, the
Mhm.
first is doing so from across the room. You don't actually roll a 20. You don't. That's you don't suspect. You know he can't hear you from this distance. He's just watching to see what you all would do, and that is Jadare from across the bar. Not across the bar, rather from across the actual building, the bar, not from across the table. However, you feel something burning the back of your neck. Something else in here is watching you. And we will actually pan out into this thing's vision. And it is in sheer black and white. And standing at the bar are these three red figures, one with large wings and size on its side, one sitting at a bar with frizzled hair and bad posture, and one with these horns on the side of its head that kind of curve like a ram's. Its vision completely black and white everywhere else as these three things kind of illuminate in its vision, and the sound plays as if it were right next to you, even though it's across the room. From the sides, you can see undead seemingly climbing out of the very ground. It's these serpent-like tendrils climb down the glass and all over the walls and encroach on our three figures. And just as one of these tendrils reaches up and wraps around the leg, the figure blinks and its vision restores to color. All the eldritch horrors are gone, and it just sees you three sitting at the bar, and it kind of rubs its eyes, and the last thing it sees before it opens them again is this horrifying figure, this large circular creature with one large eye and tentacles.
Smash.
Holy shit. Tentacles with smaller eyes that protrude from its sides, and it seemingly like rushes at whatever this creature in the corner is before its eyes open again and it's gone. Those are the only two people watching you in this moment, and that is also where we wrap up our session for the night on episode 12, The Eye of the Beholder.
Um,
Beauty's right in it.
I will say, Alvarez says one final thing to what's his name? Fucking Vincent. He says,
Yeah.
why don't you come speak to a friend of mine, both of you? And uh moves away from the bar, starts walking up the steps towards Lucky's office. And that's it.
And
All right.
is that it for tonight?
That is it for tonight. After we, of course, do our post sessions. What was everyone's favorite part? We're gonna start.
I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the exit screen. You all
They
have
left.
a wonderful night and enjoy.
Yeah.
He's
We'll see you back here for more Case of Eliza
More of
Sorman.
tacos.
God.
Good night,
Till then,
everybody.
keep it chaotic.
Sunday.
Oh, this fucking guy. I forgot about that one. All right. With that, yeah. We're gonna start down at money. Money, what was your favorite part of tonight's session?
My favorite part.
It's days like this you'll never miss. Every hour's eating at your soul. Did someone say they'd save you, then leave you hanging out in the cold? You've tried everything, but hell consumes the night. You've tried everyone, but there's no one else inside. Singing to the world, the moment of me life. Time is running out. Singing to the world, the moment of me life. Where's your hero now? You thought they were brave, but they're running away. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? I see the pain buried in those eyes. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? It's days like this, you swing and miss, while your mind's digging your own hole. Where are the heroes tonight? There's nowhere inside, and it's you against the world. Singing to the world, the moment of me life. Time is running out. Singing to the world, the moment of me life. Where's your hero now? You thought they were brave, but they're running away. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero now? I see
I'm gonna wait for Melissa to translate that.
No, Melissa can't. He is